In this video, we're going to show you the best of South African hospitality and luxury with a 7-day road trip along the most beautiful, biologically diverse part of the country we get to call home. First, we'll show you a 5-star Big 5 game reserve in the African bush. We'll then make all your childhood dreams of staying in a treehouse come true as we show you a luxurious treetop villa set in the canopy of an ancient forest. We'll then take you to explore the Cape Floral Kingdom, the smallest of the world's 6 kingdoms, boasting more than 3 times the floral diversity of its area than the Amazon jungle. Nestled deep in this ecozone is a private nature reserve that is personally endorsed by National Geographic as one of the best hotels in the world. And finally, we'll be exploring the best of what the South African oceans have to offer. All this wonder only a few hours from Cape Town. If you're new around here, we're Rhett and Claire, 2 South Africans that quit our jobs in 2018 to travel the world, and today we're sharing a very special part of it with you. This video is brought to you by our favorite tour agency, Viatu, who put together this luxury itinerary that hits all the top spots in and around the garden route, from safari to forest to coast. We'll tell you more about them later in the video. Our journey started in Cape Town, where we caught a quick 1-hour flight to Gqeberha, formerly known as Port Elizabeth. We grabbed our rental car and drove just 1 hour to the first stop on this trip.
Well, we are starting off this road trip with a bang and a safari. Welcome to the incredible Lalibela Wildlife Reserve, located here in the malaria-free area of the Eastern Cape. While the Eastern Cape is not technically on the garden route, it's very nearby and it's one of our favorite parts of South Africa with incredibly diverse landscapes, beaches and bush. It's home to places like the incredible Wild Coast, Addo Elephant National Park, the Karoo and the Tsitsikamma Forest, but most importantly, it's home to some incredible safari lodges that are great alternatives to the Kruger National Park. Lalibela is a 10,500 hectare property and they've got many different lodgings. We are here at their 5-star luxury lodge called Kichaka. It's a very small and intimate and luxurious place. There's only 10 rooms, but currently there's only 6 of us staying here. It's been super peaceful and quiet and just so romantic. And the best part about Lalibela is that it is a Big 5 reserve, and I know all of you want to just tick off the Big 5 when you're here in South Africa. Lalibela is the perfect place to do that. We spent 3 whole nights at Kichaka. This lodge in specific has a pool overlooking the watering hole, stunning dining areas, incredible African food, and private suites with their very own plunge pools. We were treated to daily morning and evening safari drives and bushwalks, and we even had our best safari viewing ever right here. And we've done plenty of safaris in Africa, so for the full video of our time here, check the description and the top right hand corner now. For now, it's time to head to our next destination.
That was an incredible 3 nights at Kichaka in Lalibela. Now we got a 3.5-hour drive to one of our favorite areas on the garden route, and if you know us then you'll know very well that it is Plettenberg Bay. Super excited for this next stay, and I think you guys are going to love it too. It's very unique.
This stay has been on my South African stays bucket list for a very long time. I cannot wait to get there. You know how when all of us were kids, we watched movies and television and just had the dream of having a little tree house in our garden in the backyard where we could retreat to and just enjoy life, but unfortunately most of us didn't ever get a tree house. Well, today we are making my childhood dreams come true because we have just made it to Tsala Treetop Lodge, and I actually cannot handle the fact that tonight we get to stay in a tree house in an indigenous freaking rainforest or forest here in South Africa, 15 minutes away from our favorite place, and this place is already exceeding my expectations. First and foremost, we have a private plunge pool and we have beautiful ferns and windows everywhere. The views are absolutely stunning. We look out onto this valley of just incredible trees and forest around us, and it's so peaceful. There's birds everywhere. We've got sitting areas here by the pool. Let me show you honestly what I think is probably one of the best days we'll ever have in our lives. Ta-da! Look at this incredible place. First of all, we walk in, the fire is lit, it's so warm and cozy, and it's absolutely luxurious in here. We've got some champagne and canapes as you enter. We've got vodka, whiskey, port and gin all included in your stay, as well as the canapes. And then we've got a mini bar here where you have more soft drinks and alcoholic beverages included as well. A bottle of wine. They even go the extra mile and give you a little lemon for your gin and tonics. This is unbelievable. We could spend like a month working at this little desk area overlooking these views. We've got 2 seats outside on the balcony in nature, and then come through here. Gorgeous room. We've got more heating in here as if the fire is not enough. Some more huge windows letting in the light and the views. And then come look at the bathroom. Oh, by the way, can we just take a moment to appreciate these pieces of furniture that feel like they're coming from all over the world? I just feel like this one might have come from Indonesia, our old home. Look at this bathroom. Beautiful bathtub in the center. We've got a shower over there. Double sink with all you need. Shampoo, conditioners, all sorts of beautiful things. And then, as if this shower's not enough, we've got one outside under the trees. Listen. It's unbelievable. The view, the sounds, the fact that we are in a tree house perched above all of the trees, this is truly a one-of-a-kind stay.
Ideally situated between the coastal towns of Knysna and Plettenberg Bay in the Western Cape, Tsala is a wonderful location from which to explore the beautiful garden routes or just to spend time relaxing at the peaceful lodge. Since we've explored this area so many times before, we decided to just enjoy the tranquility of the lodge. But if it's your first time in the area, there's a ton to do. From the Robberg Nature Reserve hike to the world-class blue flag beaches in Plet, Birds of Eden, Monkeyland, whale and dolphin watching, and sailing through the Knysna Heads, you'll be well entertained in our personal favorite parts of the country.
We've only been here a few minutes and I've already thrown on my robe, and that is because Tsala are treating us to an in-house massage treatment. It's insane. She set up a beautiful little bed here in our living room. The fire is going. She's lit some candles for ambiance, and I'm about to have an hour-long treatment in this beautiful, literal beautiful tree house with the nature sounds around us. I'm very, very excited. Hello, my friends. I could not be more relaxed right now. I feel like I'm even drunk. I nearly fell asleep. It's been beautiful. I didn't want it to end. Highly recommend.
I've never heard that sound before. That's a baboon. Sounds similar to a dog barking. It's definitely not. But how beautiful are these trails? leading from our room to the main reception and restaurant area. It's time for canapes and sundowners. This place is a place of dreams. If you need to relax and unwind, there is no better place on this earth. They really know how to set the vibe here, that's for sure. Wow.
This is officially one of the most romantic, beautiful canapé sundowner settings that we've ever been in. This is absolutely stunning. We've got Aperol Spritz and a whole bunch of beautiful little canapés. We were surrounded by fire and earth and nature and food and drink, and it's just wonderful, and the staff are superb. Obsessed with this place. I think it may be my favorite hotel lodge that we've ever stayed at, and it's because I feel like the owner of this lodge imported so many incredible antique pieces from all over the world, like indigenous beautiful textured pieces. The front door is honestly the most beautiful thing I've seen. We've got a gong here, we've got statues from all over Africa. It's just my kind of place. If you know me, I love getting like little antique kind of indigenous pieces from all over the world. My grandparents used to do the same, and it's super special to me, and yeah, I just love places that do that. I wish my house looked like this. Oh my word. Dear Rhett and Claire, welcome to Tsala. Chef Etienne and his team would like to take you on a culinary journey with their African-inspired menu. They strive not only to use the freshest local produce, I might start crying, but to ensure that their creations can be paired with the perfect wine.
End your dinner with a dessert or selection of our local cheeses, and we trust that you have a memorable dinner with us here at Tsala Treetop Lodge.
The elevated resting place. Sure, that's special. The staff just gave us this little surprise from the Tsala team, they said. Thank you. I'm going to read it now. In the cradle of Tsala, where treetops sigh and the forest whispers as stars float by, Rhett and Claire found a world apart, a lodge in the leaves, a fire in the heart. Above ancient branches their spirits soared, with each soft step on the timbered floor. Laughter danced in the candles' gleam, their love a hush, a golden dream. They dined by moonlight, wild and free, with elephants as company. Wrapped in the hush of the Neisner wood, they learned how quiet love feels good. Yet Tsala was but the opening page of a love that leapt from stage to stage. From Paris rains to Tokyo lights, through Venice days and Iceland nights, each passport stamp a vow renewed in every strange and sacred food. They tasted life like a vintage wine, bittersweet, bold, and wholly divine. Through winding alleys and bustling squares, in silken silence or temple prayers, they wondered not to run or roam, but to build in each stop another home. So here's to Rhett, with the steadfast soul, and Claire, who makes the broken whole. In every port, in every place, they carry love with tender grace. And through the map may stretch and spin, the true adventure lies within. For wherever the stars find Rhett and Claire, love makes the world feel lighter there.
Some places that you visit have just got that remarkable, special, just something about them. This is one of them, and there's really only maybe 2 or 3 in the world that I've experienced that are this special. You have to come and experience this. Wow.
This entire trip was made possible by Viatu, our favorite eco-conscious travel agency in Africa. Honestly, we would never have discovered half of these incredible stays if it weren't for them. Viatu creates what they call good trips for good people across some of the most breathtaking destinations in Africa. They carefully handpick accommodation and experience providers who genuinely care about the planet, and they even offset the carbon footprint of every trip. It's travel done the right way, leaving places better than we found them. And they even walk the talk. Viatu is B Corp certified, which means they meet some of the highest standards for sustainability, transparency, and social impact. They've earned that badge by building a platform that doesn't just make booking easier, but better for the world too. We've already had the most incredible trip to Namibia with them, and we've got a bunch more African trips planned. You can go ahead and click the first link in the description to follow our exact itinerary, get inspired by one of the many trip templates they have available on their website, or design your dream trip from scratch with the help of a dedicated travel expert. They offer all guests a complimentary travel concierge via email, WhatsApp, or phone, so you know you're being looked out for during any trip you decide to take in Africa. Good morning, beautiful people. What an absolutely stunning stay this has been. And we only have one night here. It is 1000% not long enough. You need 2-3 nights here, especially because there's so much to do in the Plet area. Oh, I'm so devastated to leave only after one night, but I can assure you, we will be back here. We're now off to breakfast and then we have to hit the road already. It was such a peaceful night's sleep. Except, we got woken up by monkeys on our roof at 3:30 in the morning. They were going on our roof. And then at like 6 a.m, the baboons started barking. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. We're in the jungle. So cool. Absolutely fantastic. I'm obsessed with this place.
So it is day 6, I believe, and we are doing about a 4.5 hour drive from the Plettenberg Bay area where Tsala is all the way to Gaansbaai. But I just wanted to say that this drive is so beautiful. The mountains in the distance are amazing to look at. The fields are so green and the roads are really good. So it's a really nice, chill drive through. Yeah, just enjoying it. Every time we tell someone our next destination, they go, ooh, you're going to love it. So we're very excited to see what it's like. We haven't been to this area of Gaansbaai before together, so it's going to be a completely new thing for us. I believe it's very, very beautiful. Lots of flowers and everything, so excited to check it out and show you guys around.
We've made it! Listen to the sounds of nature. We're in for a treat! It's unbelievable here. It's so colorful and so green. There's a bit of a shower going on here. Beautiful.
Hello, welcome. How are you doing?
Lovely to meet you. Nice and warm.
How are you?
Yonita, lovely to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Yeah. Beautiful, eh?
Cheers!
So, welcome to Grootbos Nature Reserve. We had absolutely no idea what to expect because honestly, up until last week, we'd never actually even heard of this place. So, thank you to Viatu, our travel agency, who booked us to stay here. It is absolutely unbelievable. The nature reserve's main focus is not on animals, but actually on the natural systems in this area, specifically the fynbos, the birds, and the beautiful flowers that you can get around here. And in fact, our cottage that we're staying in right now is nestled amongst the oldest and I think last remaining milkwood forest in the country, which is very, very cool. And it is a super moody, rainy day out there and we are feeling very cozy. But I'm going to pass you over to Clary, who's going to show you around our little beautiful cottage here.
Welcome to the cottage. It's absolutely stunning. We have huge windows everywhere and we are completely surrounded by nature. The rain is actually just making it so much more beautiful. This is the living area. We've got a fireplace here, sitting area. We've got stunning little, I think, paintings or drawings of some of the fynbos and the flowers and the insects that are found in this area, which actually is hinting towards our next activity. We also have something else here, a little goodie. Looks like a jar or something. Oh, beautiful flowers. Oh, the branding is stunning as well. It says, "Dear Rhett and Claire, welcome to Grootbos. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to look after you. We hope you will enjoy your stay with us. Regards, the Grootbos team." Oh, guys, thank you for having us. Come look at the bathroom. Oh, it's so stunning.
Cool.
On the way to the bathroom, we have a mini bar. They've got the lemon. That's when you know it's posh. Got some teas and coffees. And what is this? Cape South Coast Red Shiraz. Stunning. And this mini bar is completely on the house. Water, shampoo, some gin and tonic. Ooh, fantastic. And some soft drinks. Coffee machine. What are these? Oh, Grootbos have their own tea line, which is actually made from the fynbos in the area, and we've already tried it as our welcome drink. It is stunning. This is the bathroom of my dreams. Isn't it lovely? Oh my word, this is so gorgeous. And then the wallpaper is absolutely everything. I really think this is a place made for me. I love flowers and insects and butterflies. I love butterflies. Over here we've got a full bathroom, we've got a massive shower, toilet and 2 basins. And then welcome to our bedroom. Oh, isn't it just gorgeous and cozy? We've got a little office area as well, so Rhett can do some offloading of footage there. I'm sure he's gonna love it. And we've got a cupboard full of goodies. This cupboard is special because we've got yoga mats and some beautiful robes. And then we've got this little bag which is full of beach towels because Grootbos is right on the coast here, and they have a beautiful coastal drive where they take you to little hidden gems. But the weather, oh, hopefully in the next day or so we get better weather that we can enjoy the surroundings. I absolutely love all the branding here and all the artwork. It's definitely got a focus on flowers and fynbos and nature. And I'm so excited for our stay here. It's going to be so cozy and relaxing, and I really love that we're going to learn more about our South African nature.
This is the Grootbos Florilegium, a botanical art gallery built to showcase the magnificence of the Cape Floral Kingdom. Being the first contemporary Florilegium in South Africa, it houses a unique collection of botanical illustrations by a collaboration of local and international artists. The collection depicts the rare, endangered and charismatic plants of the Cape Floral Kingdom, of which over 1,000 can be found on Grootbos Private Nature Reserve. What makes the collection even more distinctive is the inclusion of the insects, pollinators and other creatures that play a critical, irreplaceable role in sustaining not only the fynbos found here, but all life on Earth. We highly recommend you stop by and take a walk around, even if you're not staying at Grootbos itself. Fynbos is more than just a plant kingdom. It's a living symbol of resilience, beauty and biodiversity found nowhere else on Earth. There's a cute little shop you can explore, and you can even pick up Grootbos' own illustrated book celebrating the legacy of conservation in fynbos. All proceeds from the art sales go into further conservation and in teaching art to disadvantaged youth. That is not all. In 2003, the Grootbos Foundation was founded to conserve the critically endangered fynbos whilst training and employing members from local communities in sustainable practices. The foundation also focuses on sport development programs as well as enterprise development, and has so far helped over 35 small business owners, 2,600 kids in its football foundation, and has distributed over 26,000 sanitary pads, which has significantly increased the school and sports program attendance of its female students in the community. Well, that was an amazing little tour around the property, learning a hell of a lot about what Grootbos are doing here in the community to just make it a better place to live in. Unbelievably inspirational. Thank you guys for the work you're doing. It is unreal.
They are actually world leaders in their conservation efforts and their ecotourism that so many people from different lodges in South Africa and the world travel to stay here at Grootbos to just learn from them and how they act positively uplift not only the environment, but the people, most importantly, in the community. There's so many different projects that are incredible in what they're doing here.
Amazing.
This place is very special.
But I just wanted to turn on the camera and show you guys what we've come back to. They've given us a little welcome package here.
While we were out doing the tour, we come home to this. It says some popcorn and homemade Cape Velvet hot chocolate. Enjoy and maybe cozy up to a nice movie and fireplace. Your Grootbos family. I think we are just going to do that. I really do think so. A movie and popcorn and hot chocolate. And they gave us some fynbos honey, helping us change lives straight off the Grootbos property. Good evening. We are feeling so rejuvenated and relaxed here. We've come to the common reception kind of common areas here where they've got all the lounges, they've got the fireplaces going. We are about to have a very, very special dinner experience that we're so excited for.
Grootbos treated us to something truly special, their exclusive botanical dinner, a rare 7-course experience that only happens every so often. Every dish is crafted using only ingredients grown, foraged or responsibly sourced from the property or surrounding region, from wild herbs and garden vegetables to sustainably harvested seafood and local meats. It's a celebration of the land, the sea and the seasons.
First canapé, ceviche. It looks just like this coastline. It's absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Final canapé is a Cape Malay curry inspired cured line fish dish. Inspired actually by the very famous South African dish, pickled fish. And I love Cape Malay food. Oh, cheers. That's the winner. It is phenomenal. As somebody who grew up watching Australia's MasterChef, lapped it up with my family, I actually feel like I'm in an episode of that right now. We have got our next dish. It's seared abalone, marinated and preserved Romano tomato and sorrel oil. So this is the wood sorrel, and that's the bed of the lettuce that you're seeing. Then we've got this epic part is there are tomatoes, 3 ways here. We've got pickled tomato for sweetness, we've got normal tomato for the acidity, we've got tomato dust, which is dehydrated tomato all over the plate, and then we have tomato gel. Absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait. And the abalone is here from our shores of South Africa.
Alright, now the next dish is a very interesting one, and mainly because of how it's plated. We've got a brioche notch, which is basically a nice knotted piece of bread. But what is super interesting is we have this protea thing here, right? If you turn it over, you've got the Cape snook pate underneath with bruleed apricot. So you actually have to crack this open to get to it and then spread it on your bread. Like, how fancy is that plating? Unbelievable.
And then you may be wondering, which botanical, Claire? Well, it's aniseed, this little plant over here that is within the glaze that's on top of the brioche bun. Absolutely insane, guys. Fantastic. Yes, this is such an incredible dinner experience. They literally just bought a bowl with a giant hot rock on a bed of this wild rosemary. So while we are enjoying our wild rosemary springbok loin, we have the aroma hitting us in the nose of the rosemary. They're hitting all the senses, all of them. It's beautiful.
Good morning from the incredible Grootbos Nature Reserve here. We had a bit of a moody start to this day. It was super rainy and very cozy in our room, I must say. We then had an amazing breakfast. Wow, super delicious. And I think we're gonna go on a tour now. Larry's actually gonna tell you a lot more about the activities that they offer here, because I believe there's a whole bunch of different ones you can do.
So when Viatu booked our stay here at Grootbos, they also sent through the activity planner, and they were like, what activities do you guys want to do? When I tell you there is so much to do here, we wanted to do it all. But of course, with one night, you can't do it all. But we're going to try and hit the best tours that they offer. First of all, the botanical 4x4 tour on this property. You get to do like a flower safari. It's so unique. We cannot wait to actually explore the flowers and the fynbos of this area, because we ate it all last night and it was just so cool. Next up, we've got horse riding, either on the reserve or on the beach. We're going to try and fit that in today as well. Then we've got walks and hikes in the area. Of course, it's incredible here. And then bird watching. Guys, I love birds. Rhett loves birds. We would love to do the bird watching, but I don't know if we have time. So the next thing that we are going to do is the coastal safari. So over there is Gaansbaai, and across the bay is Hermanus. This entire coast is super famous for its beaches and its sea life. Why? Because there are whales everywhere here, and there are sharks. Gaansbaai is actually, well, it was famously known for being the great white dive shark site. I'm not sure if the great whites are still here in the bay. I think they've all swam up to Plettenberg Bay now. And then, of course, the whales, which we're going to see tomorrow when we make it to Hermanus. They've also got fat biking, a marine Big 5 boat tour, a Lady Stanford river cruise, spa treatments, tree planting, and of course the botanical art gallery that we already saw yesterday. So there's just tons to do here. It's insane. We're in for a fantastic day.
This one is quite a fun name, in fact. So it is the September bush. You can clearly see it's named after its flowering season, but a bit of a unique feature to it. So if we look at a flower, we'll typically want to see all of our pollen and our anthers and all the reproductive parts, but everything here is hidden except for this fluffy bit right here, and that's going to be a main deposit for the September bush, for that big carpenter bee that pollinates them. So as it comes along, it lands on this little bit over here and pulls down onto the sheath. So by virtue of that, we're exposing all of the reproductive parts of the plant, and it slips right back when the bee flies off. So they'll just enjoy all of the nectar right here, head off. And of course, one would have to be reminded, so why are we hiding pollen, in fact? But you get pollen thieves. Ants love it, high protein diet if they go in all of this. Of course, no pollination happening if it's eaten. And in the Cape region, of course, wind. So we can't have all of the pollen just flung around, but by virtue of that, we got this little beautiful action going right here. So absolutely. Really fresh. No. Very deep, I'm afraid. That one is.
Try this one. Right in there, eh?
Try this one. Find it. There we go. It's warm inside. Nah, missing it. Really good burrows they made.
So Ron, what are you looking for, eh?
So what you do, putting a hand in, typically if you reach it, especially for the Cape Dune mole rat, so these are about a 2 kg, rather big animal, but when they run away going in the burrow, you'll just be left with the butt. So you can often just pinch the hind legs and like whip them out, and they're the funniest, characteristically funniest animals. So picking them up, they're not really wild, they're kind of tame. So they looked at you very dazed and like, what the hell's happening now? Often.
Stop it!
And then you're like,
so
put it back in the hole, leave it right
And it
there.
carries on with its day.
Yeah, no, they're very chill. So typically, it's nice to do a demonstration, especially if we have fresh mounts popping up. And so here, typically, we won't see anything. But these two holes that I now actually went through will probably be one individual's network. So they actually make tunnel networks of 70 to 120 meters long underground, which takes about 500 kilograms of soil to excavate per month.
Jeez.
And that's all done by one individual. So they are typically, mole rats in general are social. Cape Dune mole rat, I'm afraid not. So they do it all on their own. But a funny little guy to actually see. one would imagine this to be one flower, in fact. But we need to touch on some definitions before we go on as to a flower is one reproductive unit that produces a seed coming off. But we can actually see this is an old flower with the little bits here in the top and a lot of seeds forming. So these are actually, every single one of them, you can kind of see it's tiny flowers on the inside of this flower that's actually opening to be pollinated. And they'll put a bit more yellow on the outside for the pollinators, just to see the tiny flowers on the inside. So these tiny flowers will then be pollinated in one sweep, typically by bees or something like that. So your yellows, your whites, all your light colors are more so for your insect pollinators, in this region at least. And then your blues, reds, all those deeper colors, fruity colors especially, is going to be for your bird pollinators.
Cannot get over how smart plants are. You have no idea. They're beautiful and they look lovely in our garden, but they are living creatures, and creatures, not creatures, but they are so smart. They adapt and change, and they're insane. I feel like I'm in a National Geographic episode right now.
See that little mouth clip popping up right there, opening up the mouth there, so that black piece is where all the pollen is deposited. Bee flies off, clip, takes all that down. So also a little of a wind sheath as we see there opening up.
One thing I've learned this week staying at Grootbos is that some of the plants here in South Africa, particularly the protea, which is our national plant, they actually depend on wildfires in order to actually grow and survive as a species, and to plant and germinate and all of that fun stuff. How did we not know this? That some plants need fires to continue to grow. Unbelievable.
So they would lay that down on their beds, and the smell repels mosquitoes. So you'll have a mosquito-free bed, insect-free bed in general, which is really, really great.
So Ron's just gone and picked us some what's called Bushman's bedding. It's got a very distinct smell, and it was actually used as early day clothing back in the Great Trek days in the 1700s, and the secondary function was to ward off mosquitoes, which is obviously very, very useful. But in today's times it's been reduced to just being a gin garnish.
Equally as useful.
You won't imagine what the flower's name is actually, but it's the candelabra lily or the chandelier lily that grows like this typically. So all of your seeds, as you can see, they're very ruffled up here, but your seeds will actually germinate in the plant, and then it breaks off at the bottom, turns into a tumbleweed, and then throws little plants out as it goes. So yeah, these are
Science,
super fun.
nature.
I'm glad
Unreal.
we got to-
Like all these plants turn into little machines.
Yes, yeah.
Like they've got little mechanisms and levers and just... Plants are insane, guys!
Grootbos is actually part of the Fynbos Trail, which is a 3-day hike that happens in this area. So they actually have to go hiking straight through the Grootbos Nature Reserve. And we are doing a little bit of a walk now into the valley just to get a feel for the landscape. And we are in this valley and it's so much cooler down here, way wetter, more big trees. And apparently this is where the leopard comes through very often. The Cape leopard is extremely skittish, so we barely ever see it, but they do have about 8 on the property, and they get them on the camera traps. And wow, we can see all the scratches on the tree here.
Tiny little leopards compared to, they just scratch down here, and it's very cat-like. They kind of do that little pull just for the bulk, and when they come through they really scratch it.
There's the camera trap. How interesting.
That was literally so fascinating. That was like one of the more unique experiences we've ever had in our own country of South Africa. Like, I'm looking at all the flowers now and I'm like, well, what do you do? How you doing? It's insane.
Time for another delicious lunch, but this time we are sitting outside on the patio with incredible views, and the sounds of the birds is actually mind-blowing. It's so peaceful.
It's time to go to horse riding. What a beautiful boy.
This is a very peaceful, again, tranquil experience.
Wow, this is beautiful. Horse is the best. Phoenix, you and I, bud. Phoenix was the best horse I ever rode. He's an angel. And he listens so well. I wasn't scared at all. Usually I'm freaking terrified of horses, guys, I'll be honest. But that was so peaceful and beautiful. Thank you, boy. Have made it to a place that I've only ever heard stories of in South Africa, and this is Klipgat Cave, and I think we are in for a beautiful view. Oh wow!
This is so impressive, beautiful. I'm so glad it's part of the tour and to come here and see it now with a guide to learn all about the history and how it was formed and how the cavemen used to live here, and you can even see remnants of some of their old fires that they used to have. There's also a natural water spring just outside of the cave, so that is the reason why it was such a popular place. Obviously there's great shelter, there's marine life for them to fish, and then they've got fresh water right on their doorstep, so it makes complete sense. What a spot.
This is hands down one of the most beautiful places we've ever visited in South Africa. And as a content creator, this drone shot that we got is truly probably my favorite drone shot we've ever gotten in the world. This place is a beauty. You have to come here. Oh my goodness.
Wow, this time of day right now, the late afternoon, is just glorious. It is so beautiful. It's reminding me of exploring those rocks down near Santorini.
Oh, I was
Yeah, when we were climbing over the rocks.
I was gonna say this reminds me of Milos.
Okay, yeah, it's a
The
very
caves and-
Milos / Santorini vibe here.
Greece.
So if you want Greece in South Africa, you found your spot.
Every year, starting around June, the ancient, majestic southern right whales make their long journey from the icy edges of the Antarctic to the protected waters of Walker Bay, a place where ocean meets mountain and giants rise from the deep. These are mothers nursing their calves, young bulls testing their strength, and old souls returning to the place of their birth, Hermanus, the whale-watching capital of the world. Once hunted to the brink of extinction, now they're making a comeback, and Hermanus has become a sanctuary not just for them, but for everyone lucky enough to watch them return once again. And just like Grootbos, Hermanus is part of the Cape Floral Kingdom, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most biodiverse places on the planet. It is a blend of raw natural beauty, rich marine life, and a slow-paced lifestyle that draws nature lovers, artists, and travelers looking for something real. We've checked into the gorgeous Whale Coast Ocean Villa, and we're excited to show you around.
Good morning from Hermanus. We had a quick 30-minute drive over from Grootbos last night, and we checked in here at the Whale Coast Ocean Villa. We then quickly head into town for a wonderful dinner at the Fisherman's Cottage. Can highly recommend that if you are into some seafood. Clary got the seafood curry and I had the seafood paella. Absolutely delicious. This morning we've woken up, had a nice quick breakfast, and we've got a full day of exploring ahead of us.
We literally feel like we're in this giant mansion overlooking the ocean, and just the decor and everything is so beautiful. It's house goals, guys. I really want my house to look like this one day. But anyway, let's get this day started because we have a jam-packed day here in Hermanus. It's a very famous town with very beautiful spots.
Wow, this is a beautiful beach, guys. And I can see it goes all the way back to Grootbos, where we came from yesterday. Beautiful beach for dog walking. It's technically the middle of June, but it is such a nice summer day, middle of winter. It's 23 degrees, warm air, everyone's out walking in their t-shirts and shorts. Amazing.
We have just come here to the cliff trail. That is a 14-kilometer long trail all along the coast here in amongst these beautiful mansions overlooking the ocean. And we just saw the biggest pod of dolphins right here in the water. Rhett flew the drone. Insane footage, unbelievable. There were just so many and they're so close to shore. And Hermanus is actually the best place in the world to watch whales from the shore. Like, you don't even have to get onto a boat to see them. It's incredible. And that's because Hermanus is actually their breeding ground. So when the mummies come and they have their babies, they love to hide the babies in the kelp forests along the shores here and right next to the rocks. And our guide Rhett was telling us about an old southern right whale that comes here to the shore and asks a human to help him pick off all the shells off of his body. So the human just brings his Leatherman and picks off the shells off of this whale. He also rubs himself along the rocks. Guys, how insane is that? That's how close they get to the shore here. Unfortunately, it is June, so it's just the beginning of whale season, so there's not a heck of a lot here. You will probably need to go on a boat to see them, but apparently October, you can look out over here and see hundreds of whales right here. Just incredible.
Now these gentle giants, as we call them, us locals, are massive animals, getting up to 16 to 18 meters long and up to 60,000 kilograms in weight. Now it's kind of hard to even imagine all of that, right?
We're here with Southern Right Charters and it is finally time to go find some whales. This is such a beautiful boat. Motion sickness tablet taken. We've got our jerseys for the wind taken, and today we're going to see hopefully 3 types of whales. Right, so we've already seen a pair of southern right whales. This has been so fantastic. I love how all the staff have super zoom lenses. There's drones, there's like so many people on the boat making sure that they capture these whales for you, so that at the end of the trip they quickly edit the video on the boat, and then at the end of your trip you can purchase the video.
That's fantastic, eh? I don't even have to do any editing. Lovely.
Yeah, why are we filming that? We can just take their video. They've got drones and all. What the heck? Oh my gosh, I cannot even believe this. Insane.
It could be anything from 2 to 20 individuals, as said.
We just saw 2 whales mating.
A couple of dolphins.
Flukes and
behind us
all.
as
It
well.
was incredible. Dolphins!
What?
No, there's no whales.
Whales and dolphins. What?
Wow! Oh my gosh! That is wild. Oh my gosh, This is nuts. Oh wow.
Thank you, man.
Hey, you're welcome, Rhett.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that was one of the best whale and dolphin tours we've ever done. I just can't believe some of the sightings we got to see. Like mating southern right whales, a huge fluke which we didn't get on camera, I got a smaller one. And then the dolphins and the whales in the same area, like literally swimming around each other, coming up together. Wow, absolutely incredible sightings.
It was nuts. Nuts. And it's not even proper middle whale season yet.
Yeah, imagine. Crazy. Alright, one last stop before we head back to Cape Town. I've just brought Claire to a place I used to come to as a very young kid. I used to surf these waves as a 12-year-old. This is Full Cliff Beach. I think it's my second favorite beach here in Hermanus after Grotto Beach. Yeah, I used to come here every single December holiday, so coming to Hermanus has just been an amazing walk down memory lane. And to be honest, a lot of it has stayed the same, a lot has changed, but I think for the better. It's a very beautiful, well-rounded place and a must visit if you are in the Garden Route.
Kit Kat soft serve. When last, eh? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Bye.
What a way to end our stay here in Hermanus, and what a way to end our 7-day trip along this incredible coastline of South Africa. I have a new appreciation for it, and I am South African. I've grown up coming down here. That was by far the best trip we've had along this coast. It was unbelievable. The places we stayed, the experiences we had, just insane. Honestly, we are so grateful to be South African and to live in this beautiful country. And we are so grateful to our tour agency Viatu for making it all possible. If you guys are having a trip here, just use them, guys. They're amazing, honestly. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.